it's Nancy with Garden Scroll. We're trying to get through the heat of July, and I know August will probably be just as hot. I am seeing some signs of fall in the garden though, and I've only had one time that I just really played out in the heat and had a hard time getting back going again, but I'm doing better, and the garden is still doing pretty good for the heat it's in. Look what I found. When either the hail or one of the branches that fell out of my trees came down, it came on this and busted it all to pieces. So I am going to try to break this off of here and glue it back onto a styrofoam ball, and hopefully it'll be pretty again. So wish me luck. I'm going to actually use my hammer that my daddy got me. My dad, when I first moved into a home of my own before I got married or even was thinking about getting married, he fixed me up this little hammer, and he brought it to me and said, "Sister, one day you'll need to hang up a picture or something. You'll need a hammer." So our daddy's just wonderful. Mine certainly was. So it's broken off. Now for the real job of putting it back together around the styrofoam ball. Look at them. They're sitting outside of the nest already. They're so grown up today. I got some new, or at least new to the garden things today. This is one of them. This is another. This is another. This is another. And here's one. And this is a new little bird I got from Kmart. That pretty daisy, Gerber daisy, is almost fully opened. And this little tiny, and right here is another one. They're just little resin things I found at our local etc. shop. And anything resin works wonderfully in the garden, and they do just fit so perfectly here. I love them. And here's another new one. This tiny little Chubby Cheeks angel. And there's two more over here. I put this little bear, this little gardening bear right here. And this little girl right here. And I think there's only two more. There's this little bird. I got this one from Kmart. And this little birdhouse that I also got from Kmart. I think they'll make nice additions to my garden. I already like them where they are. I've had a busy day in the garden. I did try to fix my little globe that got, or gazing ball that got broken. and it's drying. It's in the process of drying right now before I can put a little paint on it, and then I'll put it back out here hopefully tomorrow. I watered and ran the sprinkler and moved it over and just did that off and on all day, and I'm finishing up the watering right now. So it's been a busy day. It's been another hot day, but I think it was only like 93. I'm sure the heat index made it hotter because it's been pretty sweltering out here, but things are still looking nice. It's a pretty light blooming lily and some pretty roses blooming. I noticed there was another one right over here. Just a minute and I'll get to it right here. And I think this is called hot chocolate. And this little lily has partly been blooming, but some of them are new on it, like this one right here. Both of these actually. I'll close up on this one for you. Isn't that pretty? Okay, well, certainly not perfect. It's back to its little post where it belongs, and we've got it at least round again. And all I did was just glue it onto a styrofoam ball, and of course there's pieces that don't fit any longer, but there's enough pieces that are rounded that you can cover up most of it. If you have any large pieces, just put those on. And then I used puffy paint in between, which my puffy paint didn't quite rise up high enough to not leave it a depression there, but it's still good. I like it. Didn't have to throw it away, and it's not looking all snaggly there. And most likely it's not going to break easily again. Even if it should break, it's not going to crack. Well, it might crack, but it's not going to break it to an open hole anymore because that styrofoam ball is there to protect it. Today is July the 18th, and we're in the throes of the heat of summer. But I've noticed things like the seed heads on the grasses. Some of them are up and going great, and signs of fall. I'm seeing signs of fall all around. It's been a very hot summer for me. I was reading in my Birds in Bloom today, though, about gardeners like in New Mexico and Arizona. In Arizona, most all their flowers are succulents and cactus, of course. And then in New Mexico, they were saying the average rainfall is 9 inches for the year. So, I mean, I'm not sure what ours is. I don't think we get a whole lot more than that usually, but this year we did. We did get good rains. It's just that, I don't know. I still need some more, but I can't complain, that's for sure. Or I shouldn't complain, I'll put it that way. I seem to be able to do it pretty well, alright. I just want God to water for me every day, and I don't ever have to be out in this heat. But I know that's not realistic by any means. And our little birds have flown the coop. I'm pretty sure. We'll go right out there and see right now if I can see any of them. But when I looked earlier today, there was nothing in the nest. It was totally empty. And sure enough, it's empty now. So I guess they've already grown up and flown away. So that just kind of gives a whole new meaning to they grow up so fast. I hear some bird getting very excited up there. I don't know if it's one of the parents to the little cardinal baby birds or exactly what. This is that oregano. Isn't that pretty? But anyway, the birds are gone. The little birds are gone. And I'm hoping they're fine. I hope they're just already out flying, which I wouldn't be surprised because I saw them sitting outside of the nest on the little branches around the nest. So hopefully they are fine and just trying to get out on their own. I'm sure if that's the case, their parents are still around close by helping them out. Even in the heat, we have some very pretty plants. I did finally take in a few things that I was afraid were not going to last through the heat of our summers. I took in that peacock plant and my golden candlestick plant. No, actually I didn't take it in. I'm still letting it stay outside, hoping it'll get its little leaves back, and it is trying. It does have new little ones on it too, but I did take the peacock plant in, and I took in the fuchsia plant that was right back there, and one other thing, can't remember what that was, but I took 3 of them inside, hoping that they would do better there. Was my purple prints that I took inside. But look, this is getting new little, this is the golden candlestick plant, and it is getting new little leaves on it. Daylilies are still blooming, a few of them. They are winding down though. The pots are still looking nice. Right now the tall garden phlox is in bloom and looking good, and I have it pretty much all over the place. So I'm wanting some different colors. I had some different colors, but they're not coming up, so I don't know if I have them anymore. But I will probably try a few of those again. I don't know why some of them work so well and then the others just don't. But they're pretty much the star of the show in the garden right now. These big old pretty heads, and they smell pretty too. Really nice. I was getting several clumps of crabgrass in my lawn, so I sprayed that yesterday, and hopefully that'll take care of that situation. If not, I'll have to do it again. And here's the seed heads I was telling you about, that some of the grasses are already headed out. I don't really remember them doing it this early last year. They may have, or it may be because we had so much more rain. There's another one right back there too, like behind this daylily. Right there. And the crepe myrtles are still looking good. Not only mine, of course, but all around town I see several of them blooming and looking great. This is my red one, and I'll just go on around here so you can also see this pretty peppermint lace one. And I had a dark colored, it was still purple, but it was a very deep purple right here, and I'm not seeing it coming up again. Things are really filling out, like this diamond frost euphorbia right here. There's another one down on the bottom tier of this little plant stand. But it doesn't have very long now before the fall season will set in. There'll be a grand finale, and then we'll put the garden to sleep for the winter. I'm kind of rushing things along a bit, I guess, but that's the way it goes, especially after I saw those little birds leave the nest so quickly. I need to look up and see how long they do stay in the nest before they leave, the cardinals. But that's like our little ones. We're so busy, and they seem to change so slowly. We actually have to get a measuring stick and mark their height on a spot so we can see just how much they've grown. And then all of a sudden they're walking out the door, and it's a different time this time because they're going to come back as an adult that won't really live in our house anymore. They'll have their own home, and we'll go visit each other. So it's amazing how slow time can pass and how fast it can pass. Be sure to click like and subscribe and share with your friends. I certainly enjoy sharing the garden with you.